Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is your boy Haba, Nick, or Haba, and I'm bringing you a brand new video here today. And in this one, before we get into it, I just want to say thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers. We're getting real close to 500. Once we get there, I'm gonna drop a free loop kit for you guys, and I think I'm gonna include all the midis as well. So if you're vibing with the loop, but you know there's just one or two notes you're not messing with, you can replace those, edit them, get rid of them, whatever you want to do, give you the full creative process. And you can also see kind of what I did. I don't know if that helps some people, it helps me. So with all that said, we're gonna hop into the video. I'm gonna hit you guys with a beat preview right now. I don't know what we're making, but you guys just got to hear it. So if you enjoyed, stick around until the end so you can see how it was made. But yeah, with all that said, please leave a like, comment, so as many people as possible see this. And like I said, 500 subs, giving away a brand or a free loop kit. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. All right, so I got the grand piano here pulled up from Keyscape, and I'm gonna start making a melody with it. I'm not sure what vibe I'm gonna go for, but I'm gonna turn up my BPM a little bit. We'll go 155, and I'm gonna start with just some chords. All right, so I've got this cool little 4-bar loop here. It started with just chords, so I just did A sharp down to F sharp. It started with bass notes, not chords. And then I added the second note of the chord, and you do that just by coming up here, view, scale, highlighting, make sure you have a root note selected, and you can do that by right-clicking, and it'll leave this menu up, so you don't left-click and get rid of the menu. And then just whatever scale you want. So I'm in the Aeolian or the minor natural scale. So I would go C sharp, not C. You can do C. In some instances, it'll sound good. But for just typical chords, your next note in the chord would be C sharp. So I did that all the way through. I went down to F and then F sharp and just the second note of those chords along with them. And then I made this melody. One moment here. This melody, I can pitch it up here. And it sounds like this. But I liked it better pitched down. But now I'm gonna duplicate this over, and now I'm gonna take this, and I don't know if I'll put the whole thing up a couple octaves, but I'm at least gonna duplicate it so that it harmonizes on the second side. And I'm gonna lower the velocities a touch by holding Alt and scrolling down on my on the scroll wheel. Yeah, so I like that. I'm also gonna throw the second note of the chord on the second half up an octave. I just realized how ridiculous my hair looks. Good thing I'm not a fashion channel, huh? But back to the melody. So now that I have this, I'm also gonna press Alt S. And what that does is strumize any notes hitting at the same time, and that kind of humanizes it a little bit. So I'm gonna hit accept, and then I'm gonna press Alt R, and that randomizes your velocities. And I'm just gonna tweak this knob right here. And I leave bipolar on, but you do whatever you wanna do. I believe bipolar makes it, I don't know exactly. It does something, so do it or don't, I don't care. So I'm liking how this is sounding. I'm gonna probably dive in here and give a little more variation somewhere. And if I do, I'll let y'all know where I do it and why. All right, so I added a little something on the second half, and it's just these 3 notes. And all I did was they were already here. I just took the slice tool and put slices where I thought it would sound good, and it turned out like this. And I think that gives a nice little variation and it sounds really nice. So now that I have this, I might either look for a different sound or EQ some of the muddiness out of this piano. And yeah, I will keep y'all updated on what I do. Alright, so I added a little bit of EQ here. So now that I got that, I'm gonna add a little bit of reverb. Just turn up the low cut here a touch. And now I'm gonna pitch it around because I'm not vibing with A sharp anymore. Yeah, I think C sharp sounds way better. So I'm gonna add this portal. It's the EC1 Rain out of the Experiment Club Starter Edition from Producer Grind. That's free, go check it out. But all I did was turn down this dry and wet knob slider, and I just turned it down to 21. And I'm really loving how that sounds. It adds a really nice texture to it. So now that I have that, I think I'm gonna add a Rhodes piano. I think that would go really well to harmonize with these chords. So I'm just gonna grab the Rhodes LA Custom here. And what I always do with this one is turn off the auto pan. Just, I don't know. If I want it panned, I'll pan it type deal. So now I'm just gonna grab my chords. And so I'm gonna strummize these as well and randomize them to a touch. And I'm gonna add maybe like an effect rack. I'm gonna add this phase reversal groove and turn down the mix knob a bit. Oh, you guys can't see that. Turn down this mix knob to about 20%. We'll go there. And then I'm gonna grab an EQ here too and just get rid of some of the lows. So now that I have that, I think I'm gonna grab an Electra X, maybe get an ARP or something. So I'm gonna grab this Harmony synth out of the Flare XP based Gutta Electra X kit. I'm just gonna save this project real quick. Alright, so I added this little EQ, and then this Murder Melodies, the Alive preset. I'm liking how that sounds. Alright, so I grabbed this Bird Ambience and I tucked it really far in the back, and I want to just be one of those things people might see right here. I'll turn it up a little bit so y'all can hear it. But I threw an EQ, took out a lot of the highs and a lot of the lows, threw a reverb, and then a Fruity Love filter and just tucked it in the back. And I think it sounds cool. I'm gonna grab a sub bass and then that's gonna be it. Then I'm gonna start doing drums. So if you want a really good sub bass that you hear on a shit ton of songs, the Growler Moog out of Omnisphere is the sub bass for you. But the trick to sub bass and 808s, just go in, just follow your root notes. All you gotta do. So I got this for a sub bass pattern. I think it's sounding good. Throw it on this track, and I'm gonna throw my whole pattern onto the playlist because I prefer to do drums with it like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna jump right into the drums now. So I'm gonna grab a clap from the Luca Did This Stash version 2 drum kit. Go get that if you don't have it. Shout out my boy Luca. So I'm gonna pitch everything up by 4 semitones, and I'm just gonna do this by selecting all these here, then getting rid of the 2 that I don't want pitched. And then if you just do transpose selected, you just say 4, it'll move all those up 4 semitones, and it should still all be in key. So I like this for an 808 pattern. I'm gonna swap up my clap and my 808. I'm gonna grab an 808 now. I'm gonna go in and add some rolls to these hi-hats and make it a little snappier by just adjusting this out knob here. All right, so I just got my hi-hat pattern done. I'm gonna show it to y'all right now. I think that's meshing really well. I'm gonna grab this open hat here. I'm gonna only throw it on the 1 and the 5. So I'm gonna add this snare. I think it's sounding really good. And now that I got all that, I'm gonna just mix this out and then lay out the beat. This is a dumb beat. All right, so, oh, wait. Now that I got it all mixed out, I'm gonna throw my master on this and Shout out Spaceman, original soft clipper, and a fruity parametric EQ with just the lows, mids, and highs. A touch boosted, not much, just a touch. But now that I got all that, I'm gonna lay this beat out and then I'm gonna get out of here. I think I'm gonna swap up the 808 pattern to this. It feels too clunky the way it is now. Yeah, that sounds way better to me. Way more simple, but way more clean in my opinion. All right, so I got this all laid out here. I started off with all the melodic elements and the sub bass, and then I transitioned to the hook for these 16. And as you can see, I got rid of the pad on one. I got rid of the sub bass overall, and then all the drums for all that. Here's where it gets interesting. So I'll let y'all hear the second 8 of the hook. And then this transition into the verse, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I think it's dope, but I'm not sure. So for the verse, I simplified it a lot. I did just the pad and the Rhodes for the first 4. And then the piano comes back in for the second 4 of the first 8 of the verse, if that makes sense. But I came up here and I hit make unique, and I came on here. And you can swap this tab here to note channel volume, I mean. And I did that, and I just slowly faded it in. And I did that because when I was not doing it like that, it sounded like the piano came in a little too harsh, but it felt like it was gone too long if I waited until the second 8 of the verse, if that makes sense. But I did that, and then I made a unique piano pattern for the second 8 of the verse, and that sounds like this. It's really just way simplified. Super simple, but super clean too. And then it drops into the bridge here, as you can see. But I'm gonna run this from the top. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment down below. Let me know what you wanna see from me in the future. And yeah, that'll do it for this one, guys. This is your boy Haba, Nick, or Nahaba, and I'm out. Peace.